Welcome to the Kortex Media Podcast, Marketing Accelerator, your compass for navigating the dynamic world of marketing and business growth. I'm Korson Schmidt, founder of Kortex Media. Our mission is to equip marketing agencies with the custom growth solutions they need to unlock massive revenue increases and scale their business. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we are joined by a leader with a deep understanding of media, content, and the unique dynamics of the Latin American market, Ernesto Escobedo. Content director and co-founder of Coma Productora, brings 15 years of experience starting with community TV and radio before becoming a digital editor. Coma specializes in content creation, influencer marketing, and digital PR for brands like PepsiCo, Mercedes-Benz, and Stanley. Ernesto, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No worries.
Excited to be here.
Yes, I'm excited to get into this one, Ernesto, especially with your background. You have a very unique background. You have a very media-driven background. I'm excited to kind of hear about that and how it's really kind of bridging the gaps with Coma. You and the group of co-founders have kind of built Coma into who it is today, but do you mind telling us, myself and the audience, who is Coma today? What do you guys do? What are your core services in the market?
Yeah, of course. So Coma is basically content marketing agency. We also have big focus on influencer marketing and PR with this 360 PR, not only doing in-store PR or social media. We want to have everything, the stories, they need to be coherent in every touch point that the clients have. So that's mainly what we are. We have a background, as you said before, in media. The three co-founders started working in magazines, in digital media, in magazines. So we have this driven techie, I don't know how to say it. We love a lot of social media. We are passionate about it to tell stories that really connects with the audiences. And what Coma basically do is sharing the stories of the brands in a way that the audience want to upload to their social media, like if it was organic. So we want to connect emotionally and also with purpose for the clients.
Okay, amazing. It's awesome. I love the diverse, and I love that you guys are all passionate for the social media you guys are doing, because it is important. We saw the big blow up in our past conversation, we kind of talked about that. We saw the big blow up within the beginning of COVID, and COVID really took that over when no one could really leave their houses. We can get into that just a little bit later, Ernesto. Do you mind taking us through a case study on how you guys have really specifically helped a client reach their result and share their message through these campaigns that you guys create?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I want to talk about one of the projects that I'm more proud about, because it's not only a marketing campaign, it's also a social campaign. So we basically, in Coma, I'm director of content. We have also my friend and co-founder, Paola Rotzinger. She is the director of strategy. And also a friend and co-founder, Luis Oreza. He is focused on client service and partnerships. So the three of us, when we approached this Barefoot idea, the brand come to us and said, well, I have a social responsibility campaign, but we need to make it worth it. We need to have a lot of impact, and that help also with the brand equity. We don't want to make it a lot of sales, but we want people to recognize that we are doing something. And in the US, Barefoot is very big on that social part. So when we take the project, we decide to make this creative concept that it's leave your footprint in relation with the logo of the brand. And for us, when we were looking for what will be the communication or the cost that we want to take part of, we know that Latin America specifically, they have a lot of dogs in the street, and in Mexico it's becoming a big problem. So we create a campaign and a strategy that will be, at the beginning, will be feeding these animals with the support of the sales of the wine. And then we will have the sterilization for them, because we want to solve the problem, and also giving resources for the shelters. So that was our main goal, and we divided in different years. And so we started giving food and helping them being stronger. So the communication that we had, we connect wine culture with pet culture.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are big in social media. So we want to have this environment that will help the brand and the people to understand, if I'm buying this product, okay, I'm having fun, I like the wine, but I'm also helping dogs, and not only dogs, but also we are helping people that are saving those dogs. So the outcome was very good. We have 3 years now working with this client specifically for the social media campaign and influencer campaign. So we bring a mix of lifestyle foodies. We also have fashion influencers, everyone that has a dog, and that the audience could zoom for the to aim the purpose we want. So we've been having a lot of good results in media also, which is not easy right now in the industry because everything is paid. It's not more these great stories that the media will take. And in this case, it was very appealing to them. So we have editors and celebrities also joining to have this conversation and helping also with sales.
No, that's amazing. That's a great story. I love how you guys linked I wouldn't say an issue, but more of a challenge within the
Exactly.
Latin market, right? With having these dogs. And a lot of people are heart to heart with dogs. A lot of people love dogs and it really resonates with them, especially having a messaging like that. Yeah, that's an amazing campaign. Now, I want to kind of dive more into the industry today. You kind of brought it up. And I mean, it's a really tough industry navigating this landscape today because, I mean, especially with you guys are running two different markets. You're on the Latin market and you're on the North American market as well. So that gap is so much different, and it's I'm assuming very tough to navigate on which campaigns are going to really resonate with every market, right? So what are some of the biggest trends that you're seeing within the industry today, and how are they affecting Coma and your guys' campaigns and your production and your media?
I think the main problem to address is that right now everyone has a voice, which is good in the part that free of speech and everything. But for the brands and doing campaigns of marketing, sometimes it could mislead the information. So we need to be very aware of the cultural traditions, the cultural voices, and the way the country or the countries are politically right now. I think that part is very hard to find these tendencies that you create a campaign, but you want to shield it, that it has no problems with how it connects with people. We want the message to be delivered, but sometimes it could be misinterpreted. That would be like, as you said, the culturally part. It's very complicated because also in the countries we have different races, we have different kinds of people, different lifestyles. So what we are aiming to do and to try to help us in this way, of course, we use artificial intelligence, we use reporting, we use clippings and everything that could give us a context, which is very important. What we are aiming to do is to focus on lifestyle trends. That way, it doesn't matter if you are a mom or you have kids, or if you are a parent or a single parent, or if you are from another country, you are someone from abroad. But your lifestyle is what we want to impact. So we try to share this with the brands. It's like, I know your demographic, I know what you want to attack Gen Z, or you want to help millennials with something, but it's really a matter of lifestyle. We need to create these different lifestyles, and you want to target someone that is doing exercise, someone that doesn't like exercise, someone that drinks wine, someone that is culturally a party goer, I don't know. So we are trying to make it more of a lifestyle, not of demographics, because that way we can skip this cultural part and really help people and the purpose of their lives. So I think that's the main concern. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's awesome. And I mean, there's a lot of people on the social media markets right now, especially with you guys doing content, right? So, I mean, it's hard to differentiate yourselves and really show your position in the market, especially working with some of the companies that you guys do work with now. I want to go more into kind of the on how you guys go about your process, because there's influencers out there that can really create a huge demand for products as long as the marketing is done properly. And I mean, influencer marketing is a great tactic, and it's a great way to mix in marketing with your organic content as well. So what method are you guys really using to get the best results? And what's that process look like for your content? Because how are you guys mixing these different types of content and different strategies of content to really get the best for your clients and for the people you're working with, and the consumer at the other end of the content as well that's watching it?
So I think what makes us different from the other competitors is that we blend this creativity with storytelling. We try to accompany the influencer in the creative process. We think that's the main goal and the key success metric. Because if you give a brief, it could be a great brief, but if you don't accompany the influencer while they're recording and the doubts they could have, sometimes it doesn't work. You can see some campaigns or some reels or some TikToks that you see and you immediately recognize that it's paid. So for us, again, we try to insert the brands and the product in the lifestyle of that influencer. It's not only please sell this product for your people and give a discount and we need traffic. Of course, we can do that. That's part of the main goal, the conversion. But what we want is to really have people engage in the content, that you could say, okay, I finished the video and I don't know why, but it's a commercial. We want that feeling for the people.
Yeah.
Because it's normal or it's coherent that influencer will use the product. And sometimes clients, it happens to us a lot, they want a specific influencer, but it really does not connect with the brand values or the communication they want to have. And it looks like it's very complicated. For example, with celebrities, they don't do content. They have photographers, they have videographers, but they don't do their content. It's hard to work with them because they don't know how to share their feelings or their daily activities with the people. They are good for recognition, for if you want your brand to stand out in certain spaces or something, they are great. They are very recognizable for the people. But with content creators, it's easier to work because they can actually communicate what you want and they do it in their own way. They have a voice and they could amplify even more than a celebrity and sometimes even more than media. So I think that's what we do. We try to accompany them all the time, and we want their creativity, but we like to insert our footprint in the content because we've been creating content for a lot of years and the numbers are there. You have your testing. You can right now in Instagram, you can upload your reel and see if it's going to work or not, and then you publish it. So we really try to get ahead of these tools so we can know if it's going to impact or not.
For sure. And you kind of brought up a great word earlier in the podcast, and that was AI, and you just brought up tools as well. I mean, there is some amazing tools coming out within the market. It's a big disruptor within the market as well on how to navigate this landscape, how to use AI properly to really make your operations just a little bit more efficient or save a little bit more time to really focus on those campaigns for your client. But how are you guys really leveraging this tool to benefit yourselves, to save time, to make just your days a little bit more efficient, to focus really on that go-to content that's going to drive conversions for your clients and really drive results for your clients? How are you guys leveraging these amazing tools? Because there's so many out there and there's so many agencies that don't know how to navigate this landscape.
What I always said to my team when they said, I'm scared because of AI, it's like, don't be scared. You've been using it in different formats for over the years. I mean, your social media has algorithms with AI, your phone, your video games, everything. You are immersed in that because you are not apart from technology. So you are immersed in this technology already. And what I try to tell them is like, it could give you not only save you time, it's also a lot of context that will give you. If you could talk properly and giving the right questions to the AI, it could give you a lot of information. So instead of going back and forward from studies from that year and how the brand was competing in, 2010, you could have that in a moment. So you could really focus your energy on what will be the outcome. I have all this information. Please, that's the way I do it with AI. Please, I have all this information. Give me this context in, bullet points. What should I be aware for this campaign? No, I'm not going to let AI to do the campaign, but I want the context. I want to have this big picture. As a journalist, is great for me.
Yeah.
Because if I will be using this years ago, everything will be really easy and simple, because now you can focus on something else. And when you have, now you have your campaign, you have your metrics, and then you could make a great report. Why? Because you can create different learnings. Some of the learnings are yourself, doing the campaign. Some of the learnings are from the client, but you also want the learnings from everyone, the ones that are in the digital ecosystem or even offline. So AI help us with that. It's like data-driven decisions. Of course, anything can happen. AI doesn't have the real truth, and it's not like future foresight. Anything could happen, but your decisions will be more accurate. And if you have a mistake or something in the way, well, it will be easier to change direction and say, well, this is not the way, it's not working, we change directions. So you can have also different plans. And for reporting, and I think analyzing the data, IA, it's incredible. It really helps us to have big learnings that we could activate next day. We don't need to wait a month, like in magazines, it's like, oh no, sorry, we have a mistake. Let's work it for the next month. And you put a note. No, if you have a mistake, you can do it right now. So I think that's what gives us power. It's a real tool that could change the way you work daily. I know people are afraid that they were going to lose their jobs. But what I always said to friends and people around me is like, take advantage of it. Make your work even better with technology. Yeah. Don't be afraid of it.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Technology is always advancing, and I mean, so is AI. It's always going to be advancing and getting just a little bit better every single day, but we might as well use it because we have it at our fingertips, and it's going to really benefit our jobs. And if you know how to use it properly, your job's never going to get taken because you're such a master at how to use AI efficiently. So, I mean, that's a great point, Ernesto. Now, I want to go more into, I always ask this question on the podcast, and that's, I mean, you guys have worked with some major brands. So, for example, Pepsi, Mercedes-Benz, Stanley, for example. How do you guys reach some of these companies and partner with them to get them the best results? I mean, because there's a lot of agencies out there that struggle with their own lead generation. So what's been a game changer for you guys within lead generation terms?
Well, actually, with us, we have, of course, a sales team, but we've been very lucky that we started in media because we already have a reputation, we already have a voice, and some of our clients came from that time. So they recognize us, they know we know how to do content, they even worked with us before. So that was the turning point at the beginning, because we launched the company having some good connections and clients. We didn't start from scratch, from zero. But now, when the years pass, people change from jobs, the industry completely changed. And right now, the share of voice is what been keeping us. Of course, we use channels like LinkedIn for leads. We use our social media a lot, Instagram, to help brand managers to get to know us. It's like, oh, this company does these kind of campaigns. They have these influencers. So that helps a lot, social media. But mainly it's been share of voice, our results. We always start with a small project as a small agency. We not usually have this huge budget. That's for the companies that actually buy media and spots or sponsorships. So we start with this small part, and I like to say it, we are like water. We start going around the company.
Mm-hmm.
So that's would be very helpful for us, because we have a small project, and then people are looking around and say, who is doing this? That happens with a lot of our clients. We start with one brand, and then they said, okay, now you have this brand. We want to give you a different brief. So yeah, we basically are competing with big agencies for content production,
Mm-hmm.
also for PR agencies that are international, from different countries that have like a hub in Mexico or Latin America. But right now, I'm happy to say that our social media is one of our key exposures.
Yeah.
Also, we do some podcast interviews, case studies, and things like that. But also, our own influencers are recommending us with their brands. It happened to us, and that was amazing. One or two influencers, big influencers, were asked if you could work with an agency, what will be? And they said, Coma. Why? Because, of course, we pay on time. That's very important.
Yeah.
And also, as I was saying before, we accompany them. We make them feel like their content matters, because it matters. And it's not just a transaction. That's something that the industry needs to understand. We are working with people. People could make mistakes. People could not deliver on time, and it's people. So our main resource is what they are going to say, how they're going to say it, and you don't want to mess that kind of relationship. So we need to be very specific with what we want, but also being a shoulder if they want to cry. We are part of the community of content creators, so we understand that.
Yep, for sure.
They need to be here.
For sure. Yeah, you made a lot of great points there. And I mean, content, it's out there, it's free. You don't have to pay for it, and it can be a great tool, right? So just like AI tools, why not use it and use it towards your marketing? Then, I mean, word of mouth is always going to be your best bet to get the best voice out there in certain situations, depending who you are and what you're doing. But yeah, that's awesome to hear, and I love to hear it. So I mean, looking ahead for Coma, what is the goals for Coma? Where do you guys want to see it? You and the other two co-founders, where do you guys want to see Coma in the future? What is the goal and the vision behind Coma?
For us, I think we are very good on doing this content and this briefing to influencers and events or alliances with brands.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to grow in the performance part of the agency. It's very important for us, the last part of the relationship with the client, when you share your results. We want to have that more, I would say, more formal, with more dedication.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's part of growing up, in a company. When you have more impressions, more reach, more engagement, how to really give the client the information they want and not only likes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we are working right now. We want to really understand the results of the company and how it works through the channels. So the brand could take decisions. As I was saying before, data-driven decisions is like, okay, so we have this campaign, and what we are learning is that they don't like this color, or we have these comments about, I don't know, political comments. So that's what we want to increase in our company. The part of being more strict in the performance of the campaigns, that will be one thing. And of course, we want to expand the company in terms of working not only with Mexico or Latin America. We have two success stories in that part, with Stanley working for the Dia de los Muertos campaign that's just recently, and also for Mercedes-Benz. We were selected as the agency for G-Class 15th anniversary to make a content in Mexico that will be aired globally. Amazing. In YouTube and everything. So those are cases that we want to direct the agency for that. We want to aim for, of course, bigger budgets, bigger clients, and more responsibility.
Amazing. That's awesome. I love the vision behind it. I love what you guys are trying to do. And I mean, like you said, content is important, but you have to make sure that you have the data to back it up and show that you guys are driving results and getting the companies to where they want to be, because I mean, that's the most important to a business, right? They come find agencies, individuals, and others to help them grow and help them get results in certain areas. If you guys can prove that you guys are giving them results that they're looking for, they're going to stay with you guys, they're going to trust you, and they're going to just give an even better word to you guys for the individuals they do talk to. So it's a very important part, and you guys are making that change now, and I'm really looking forward to that. So that's super amazing, looking more into that performance driven content, which is great. Now, if you had a magic wand to fix one challenge within the company, within Coma today, what would that one challenge be that you would be like, I don't want to deal with this anymore? So you guys can really focus on the growth and getting that performance that you guys are, that performance content you guys are looking to achieve within the coming years.
I would like to duplicate myself many times. That will be, for me, it's timing. I think the urgency of time, sometimes it's very complicated. Of course,
Sure.
For each client, their time is very valuable. And of course, it doesn't matter if they have a lot of money or they are doing some projects with us. I will say time is the most difficult part to coordinate.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because the expectations are huge. I understand, because I'm also a company and I want results in things and with my collaborators and everything. I understand that, but I think the expectations need to settle down. Mm-hmm. They need to be, how can I say this? At the beginning of the process, I think we need to be more direct on what are you expecting and what can we deliver. Mm-hmm. With this money and with these resources, we can deliver this. And being truth about that, because sometimes it happens when you sell something, you give a lot of information and then the client said, okay, I like all of that with this part. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, that's going to cost a bit more because I need more resources to do that. Mm-hmm. So I think the two things that are the main challenge is the expectations, the time also. It's like, I can help you, but not in 1 week. Mm-hmm. We need to let the campaign run from 3 months if we want these results.
For sure.
We want long-lasting relationships with clients, not these brief moments like I help you and then I have another agency, a bigger one that gives me, like financial stability. So I work with them. We are aiming for that, to have this long-lasting relationship with clients. We already have clients from 5 years, 7 years. It's amazing. But I think that's one of the things. And the second one will be in the start of the negotiation and the contracts and everything, is to be very realistic and truthful. Like, this is what you're going to get. Are you sure you want it? Because this is our reach and what we can do for you right now with these resources. I think mm-hmm. in the industry and in Mexico, sometimes it's very complicated because you have these big players that have all the market. Mm-hmm. And for companies like us, it's very difficult to compete if you don't have this huge budget or things like that. So
for sure,
that will be like the two main things with a magic wand, I will fix them.
I think everyone wants to duplicate themselves just to give us more time in the day and get more stuff done. And I mean, if we could do that, and hey, we're probably going to be able to do that soon with all the AI agents and everything that's coming out now. It's really advancing super quick. And I mean, if you have the money, you could probably make it right now, but it might take a little bit of time, a little bit of knowledge, and a little bit of money as well. But so looking ahead for young entrepreneurs just wanting to get started, Ernesto, what is the best piece of advice you have for them to take their first steps into an industry like this?
I think the fear is always there, and it's always going to be the fear of doing something different, to leave a company, that stability of having your payment every 2 weeks. But I think if you don't change direction, if there's something in your mind that you want to try, mm-hmm. I will always say it's not like jump and do it. That's not my advice. Some people say, don't be afraid, jump and do it and explode yourself. For me, it's no. If you are going to change direction, start it right now. If you want to have a company in 2 years, or if you want to build I don't know, a store, or you want to sell something, or you want to go fully digital with content creation and everything, like an influencer, I would say start right now. Do small things that direct you to that object. That's what I was doing, and it was very helpful for me when I was working in media. I was very aware of how things are working. I started to getting information from how to be an entrepreneur, what would I need, how much money, what resources, how to open a company in the legal terms. So with all that information that you are gathering, then your brain and yourself are more prepared for the first month of entrepreneurship, which is not easy. It's not going to be easy anyway. In your job also, I know there's some people have trouble with their bosses or authorities or whatever. So it's never going to be easier, and never is going to be the right time. But if you are going to change to that direction, start right now with small things. You can ask AI, how can I do it? And then start in your mind thinking, okay, I've seen some locals. I have a friend that could help me doing this. What people I need, who I need to contact. So that will be my advice. Don't wait until your big jump. Start with small little jumps to get there. It's easier, and you will be more informed. I always relate this with when you buy a car. If you go to buy a car and you ask everything on that day, it's going to be too much information. Maybe you go out from there like, oh, it's too much for me. But if you weeks before go to YouTube or in social media or go to the webpage of the car and see, okay, now I understand this is the motor speed, this is the horsepower, this is whatever, and then you go and you have a more data-driven decision when you buy the car. It's like, okay, yes, I want this or that one. It's easier, but the work starts before, not the day that you want the car. So I think that's like similarities.
Yeah, no, that's some great advice, is kind of building your knowledge base before jumping into it, making sure that it's something that you want to do and that you're happy with. And I mean, you made a great point. Entrepreneurship is not easy. It's not for the soft-hearted. You need to make sure that you are committed every single day, showing up. And it might take you a couple of years until you actually start moving forward with things. But that's why you said kind of sneak your way into it, get to know it, learn it until you're ready to make that transition and then jump all in, I guess, right? Because
exactly.
I mean, there's, like you said, there's no better time to do it than I mean, yesterday, really, but to gain that knowledge and learn before really jumping head first, right? So Ernesto, it's been great having you on the podcast. Where can people find you if they want to get a hold of you to learn more about Coma, to learn more about yourself, and just maybe have a conversation with you if possible?
Yeah, of course. They can reach me in social media. I'm always trying to update my life, my work life, and to balance what I post. It's Neto with double T .Escobedo. It's easy to find me. There's a tennis player that has the same name that I. Don't be fooled. I also play tennis, but I'm not that good as him. But yes, you can find me on social media, and also for the company Coma MX, which is Coma MX, like Mexico. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, LinkedIn, so it's easy to reach us. Even YouTube. We have we try to have a big presence in social media because we work there, and it makes sense. We love to be aware of everything that's happening in conversations and social media, so we are there.
For sure. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ernesto, for joining me on this conversation. It's been great kind of navigating Coma, kind of what you guys do, the industry today, how to navigate this landscape and really drive results for your own company and maybe for other companies that just need a little bit of motivation or a little bit of insights into the industry today. So I much appreciate you taking the time to join me and have this conversation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was really good to hear me. When I was talking, I was like, okay, I need to make this and that. It's always great to have these kind of spaces, and it's great that you are, helping people to know more about the industry, about what's really happening in the whole world in terms of content agencies. I think it's great that you are doing this, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.